Hello everybody, my name is Chris Whitaker, and today I'm going to be talking about processed foods and why I think we should continue to have them, and why I think we need to continue to have them, and why I think they aren't that big of a deal and that they aren't bad for us. But before I start talking about that, let me answer the question of what are processed foods? Processed foods are foods which contain artificial ingredients, such as things like preservatives, which make the food last longer, and trans fats. Fast food companies such as Burger King, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, etc. are known for the use of fast foods. The processing of fast foods was introduced in the 1890s. According to a study made in 2013, 70% of Americans eat processed foods. 70% of Americans. However, why are processed foods identified as a problem? Because there are so many out of shape, fat, lazy people in this world who don't know who else to blame besides the restaurants they decide to eat at 24/7. And the people who are willing to blame these restaurants are the same people who aren't willing to go out for a run or do any kind of activity that is physically demanding or challenging whatsoever. Now, on that note, I just want to ask you, how much of the world is starving? Do you know how much of the world is starving? 13.5% of the world is starving. 13.5%. Do you know why that is? It's because there is not enough processed foods. There are two choices we can make as people. Now, option number one is all the food can be natural and healthy, but not everybody gets it. Or option number two, all food is processed and consumable, and everybody gets it. By the time we are able to ship food that is not processed to other countries in need, it will all be expired, old, and gross, and all the nutritional value will be gone. Unlike how it would be from food that is processed and has special preservatives to make it last longer. 80% of processed foods that are in the US are banned in other nations. 80% of foods are banned in other nations. Processed foods, not just foods, processed foods. But why is this? The answer is simple. It's because America is number one, and the other nations are behind as usual, and they need to catch up. Other nations don't see that survival and the cure for starvation relies on the use of processed foods. Other nations are ignorant, selfish, and need to start getting with the program just like how America is. There is a reason processed foods or fast food companies, whatever, is continued to be made, and that's because it isn't unhealthy. It is not unhealthy. If it was really that unhealthy, why would fast food companies continue to be allowed to make their food for us? They wouldn't. That'd just be wrong. The government wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that to us. Processed foods help cure starvation. And the preservation helps it a ton. Lasts forever, practically forever. You can eat whatever you want, regardless. Doesn't go old, doesn't go bad on you. You can eat it, and since it lasts forever, you can ship it to wherever. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It does not matter. Everybody gets food. Everybody gets food. No more starvation. It is cheap, effective, and convenient. We should continue to make and use processed foods, not only in America, but around the rest of the world too. That is my thoughts on processed foods. Thank you for listening. Uh, Hope you enjoyed this post. Thank you.